I'm playing hooky from the TARBIS. I'm at the Whataburger.
Well, hello, Glue Troopers. Max's Models here. And today I decided to get started on that Aurora Joseph Stalin JS3 tank that Sal gave me because I wanted to do the experiment with the powder to see if I could get a nice textured snowy finish. I made a little out of an old picture frame. I made a real quick and dirty little display for it. And the first thing I did when I got out of the box is use the Gorilla Glue to go ahead and get started on getting those vinyl tracks clamped down. And this thing had a ton of flash on it. I mean, virtually every part was covered in flash. But the kit itself was relatively simple and it went together without any real argument. And I really don't have that much negative to say about the kit. I know we think of Aurora, not super detailed or necessarily 100% accurate, but it was the only part that was gave me any trouble at all which is common on tanks, is the front of the glacis, and everything else. In fact, the wheels, a lot of times, a lot of them are rolling because the caps they have on them, part of the Russian design, they didn't require any glue. They were able to press fit into place. So it all went together very, very quickly. As we know, Aurora doesn't have too much detail. I was able to pressure fit and re-glue that glacis plate and use a little bit of putty on it, tighten it up. It came out okay. A great little day build kind of model. The storage drums on the back had a ton of flash, which you have to scrape off around the middle of it. But fortunately, those tanks have that rim, so it wasn't a problem. I didn't like to sand it off all the way, but went right together, and drums didn't exactly line up, but then it's a Russian tank, so no shock there. Gave it a shot of olive drab, let that cure, and then this happened. Pay attention when you are gluing these together, because I made a Mobius strip out of this one. I twisted it 180 degrees. After priming it, I got the decals on it, and then I had a little mishap in the TARBIS that literally put me on my keister. Yep, my chair collapsed. I don't want to hear a single fat joke. Next step was to take, I was using the Desenex foot powder, so I have the best smelling model tank in history, and blow some of it on there, about 3 or 4 layers to get it the way I wanted. But it did start, or the first layer was meh, but after 3 or 4 slow buildup, you started to see some texture. And texture is what I was going for here more than anything else. I'll probably do this to another tank that's olive drab just to get the snow effect. But it actually started working out pretty good. And after about 3, maybe 4 attempts, do not just dump the powder on it. It'll clump, as you see there on the bottom base of the turret. But other than that, that glue that I was using, which is just the Elmer spray can glue, did a pretty good job of holding the right amount, giving it the right texture. And when I was done, I decided, you know what, I'm going to go over it one time real light with another coat of primer, and then a little more of the texturing, and then the dull coat. And easy peasy. Not perfect, but certainly okay. And I was actually very happy with the results. I tried to put the tracks on it. They weren't really as hardened as they should be, but I wanted to get some photos up with the tracks on it, and there you go. Even put a little of the glue white powder on the gun to make it look, like it had been out in the snow just a little bit. So no real complaints there. Then went over and put the couple of the accoutrements that were remaining outstanding on the P-51, got it up on the shelf. Didn't get around to doing the pilot yet, so maybe I'll just use the Antos crew as temporary figures to go with it for just a little bit here. Anyway, that's what I got done, and then the last thing was actually happened yesterday. I'm doing the Kübelwagen for the D-Day build. You guys remember the scene in The Longest Day where the German major gets strafed and crashes his Kübelwagen? Well, I thought I'd reenact something along those lines, which, by the way, I think was a real incident. And I said, hey, I've got those German artillerymen that came with the Pack 75, so I had to go dig them out of the other shed because I left them in their box. I went through every single box, and of course I have them stored like Russian nesting dolls, one inside the other. So I was going through box after. Literally, I think I had 2 boxes left when I found them. I was like, unbelievable. Oh well. Hey, it's another day building models, no complaints. And I've got the tracks to the JS3 rehardening. They're back on the table, so I had it on the shelf for a little bit. I was like, nah, that track popped loose. I'm going to go ahead and do it. So I'll probably actually finish it tomorrow. But there you go. Great day out in the TARBIS. Got a lot done. Got some video making made, and got some research done for the Red Star models. Hey, today was a win. Beautiful day. Even got to go out and drive the Mustang down to Whataburger and have a delicious lunch. Guys, you take care of yourselves. And as always, model on.